morning, secured entrepreneurs. It's like, I don't know, maybe it's 2:15 already this morning. And when I tell you that King David just cannot mind his business, like it's 2 o'clock in the morning, dude. Why are you not somewhere doing something like minding your business, right? But this morning, Miss Aurorah has got to answer some questions and some requests, okay? So one of the first people to ask for the Psalm for luck was Brownie, and then two others of you asked about the Psalms for luck, okay? And then we have a young lady who's asking about applying the appropriate name when it comes to these prayers from the book, The Secret of the Psalms, okay? So many of you know that here on this channel, the 3 a.m. Shenanigans Aurorah Dey channel, as well as the Aurorah Dey channel, where 3 a.m. Shenanigans originated, Miss Aurorah read from the book, The Secret of the Psalms. And I think I picked maybe one or two Psalms that in that video, and one was for liberation. And that's been very popular for people because we all feel the need to be liberated from something, some area of our lives that truly deserves to be liberated, okay? So in this video today, I'm going to get into the Psalm for luck. And it just so happens that even this particular Psalm for luck has a pre-prayer, I'm going to say, a pre-statement that you would need to say using a particular name. That's King David. Y'all know that's King David. Using a particular name, okay? And some of these names, Miss Aurorah has had to go to Google to pronounce this name. How do you pronounce this name? Okay? Because I'm like, I need to get this right. And bearing in mind, everyone, that we know the author of The Secret of the Psalms is deriving the information from the Kabbalah, or Kabbalah, or you know what I'm saying? So that's where you're going to find a lot of the information when he's talking about, and I'm going to put it up right now for this particular Psalm, okay, where he's telling you where the names derive from. He begins to put the verses in there. Well, the verse comes from the Kabbalah, okay? So what I want to share with the entrepreneurs who have emailed, and I want to thank you for emailing. Please continue to do so at info@aurorahconsulting.com. And those of you who have commented under the videos, I want to thank you, okay, for participating, because that's what we are here. We're an interactive community. Please know that you are creating your luck, that the energy that you are emitting is going to create your luck. So I do know that it is helpful to recite these prayers, incantations, petitions, sayings, statements, affirmations, right? It is extremely helpful to assist you in raising the energy to a frequency and vibration of your desire, of your desired result, of your desired manifestation. Because what we do know is that whatever it is you are emitting, you are feeling, you are projecting, the illusion, the universe, the energies of the universe, the spirits, however you describe it, the Most High, the holy angels, you know, the beings, however it is you describe it, is assisting you in feeling, creating, having more of what it is you are emitting. So whatever I'm excited about, whatever I'm at the highest vibration about, whatever it is that gets my juices flowing, and I have my mind on it all day, and I'm taking actions towards, I'm doing this thing, okay? I'm only creating more of that. I'm only creating more of that. And it's just unfortunate that we need a lot more high vibration, high energy, whatever it is. We need more of what makes us feel well. We need to be feeling more of that than we need to feel what makes us unhappy, what disappoints us, what aggravates us, what makes us angry, what vexes us. You know what I'm saying? What makes us sad. What makes us depressed? What makes us stressed? Okay, because for some reason the downward energy has more pull. And we know that. We see that in the world. We've experienced that in life. Why is it that we get more of what we really don't even want or desire? Well, we're concentrating on that. We spend more time thinking and believing that, things are crappy, life is crappy, it's always going to be this way, it sucks, all this stuff. The universe has given us all the evidence to prove our own internal theory. Understand that, okay? And what we understand, and this is why we did the book, How to Turn Your Mind into a Money Magnet, right? The author, and please go back and visit that video, Turning Your Mind into a Money Magnet, because the author tells us that all you have to do is intention this thing, whatever the intention is, and start getting into physical motion to pursue that intention, right? Then you're going to get all the help that you need to carry that thing out. We know that's the truth, right? So when it comes to this luck, one thing I'm going to touch on here, because Miss Aurorah can go deep and heavy. I don't have a problem with that. I am not naive, and I am not going to stand here and tell you that many of you are not spiritually bound, that many of us don't have ancestral spirits plaguing our every motive, move, everywhere we go. Everything we desire to do, everything we set out to accomplish is blocked, is denied, is stopped, is halted, is aborted, okay? A majority of the things that we've intended, put effort towards, did everything that we were told to do, did everything that we know to do, and that thing did not come to life. We know that is a spiritual bondage. We know that. So let us not play games. So if in fact you know that is your situation, there are spiritual actions that you must take that goes beyond any universal metric that anyone can share with you and that you can apply to your life. This is real. Miss Aurorah has had many experiences, and we have all said, well, why did, this makes absolutely no sense. I showed up, I did this thing correctly, this should have worked. I should be in such and such a place by now. That is a truth. That is a truth. So we know that there are energetic things happening. Okay, for those of you who understand that. Spiritual things happening, right? That is preventing the results of the actions that we are taking. Now, for all of my Christian friends, we know that in the King James Version of the Bible, we know that, who was it? Was it Joseph? Some secured entrepreneur, correct me if I'm wrong, in the comments. No, it was Daniel. Okay, it was Daniel. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Because this is, we need to hear this. Because some people are just aloof. And this is how people get all twisted with, the Daniel's fast. Like, oh my God, the ignorance is on fire. Anyway, in that story, we see that the character Daniel has prayed. He has prayed for 21 days. Now, in the 21 days, he was continuing the diet of his people. He didn't ask these Egyptian people to come kidnap his behind. He didn't ask to be going over there and eating what they eat. He was like, I'm not going, I don't do that. Because for those of us who understand the origin of the stories, we know that these characters were magicians. Some might even say mediums, soothsayers, things like that. Things that, most Christian people are taught to not believe in, not do, not go next to, don't think about it, don't read about it, don't do all that stuff. When these very same characters, if you go back in the history of the origin of these stories, you will see that these characters did all of those things, right? So he was a individual, this character, who participated in things like that from his culture. So he decided that he was not going to be eating the king's meat and doing all this stuff. And he needed some answers. He needed some stuff to go on. So for 21 days, he decided to do what he needed to do as it relates to his eating regime so that he would have the clarity. He would be given the answer, right? It was on the 21st day that the story says that the angel, and correct me if I'm wrong again, I think it was Gabriel, okay? I could be wrong, okay? It's not even 3 a.m. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm just going to say an angel, right? Visits him and says, listen, I heard you the first time you prayed. Now, if you go back on the translations, okay, it wasn't the first day you prayed. It was, I heard you the first time you prayed. I heard you. But I was prevented from getting here. I was prevented from helping you to resolve this issue. I was prevented from giving you the super to your natural. I was prevented from aiding you in what it is that you have to do physically to get this thing to leave your life, okay? Because of the war that was taking place in the heavens. Read the story for yourself, okay? So we understand that this is what's happening to all of us. We have put out the prayer. We have put out the intention. We have done the fasting and the praying. We have applied ourselves. We have been disciplined in a certain area. We've done the work, but there are warring spirits against you. Okay. So when the angel finally got to Daniel, right, it was 21 days in that reality. It was 21 days in the physical reality. All right. So we know that we have to deal with the energies of time when it is we set out to do the things that we're trying to get accomplished. We already know that. Now, the miracle is going to happen in the speed of light. The miracle will occur in the speed of light. So I would say Daniel had a miracle on the 21st day, which the angel told him, oh no, at the very time that you said that prayer, I was wrecked. Okay, I was showing up. But these other mofos up here want to battle with me. Okay, they mad because I'm fancy and sexy. Okay, all of that. So I'm telling you now that a lot of what Miss Aurorah shares on the channel as it relates to these scriptures are going to aid you, because you must know that you need certain energies in the universe to assist you. And because there is a war, there is spiritual warfare. Okay. We need to assist in, maybe, now this is just my thought. What we do know is if you don't ask, it ain't coming. If you don't ask, it's not coming. Okay. And maybe just like you have a certain love language, there's things that you like, things that you don't like. It just so happens that there are energies who require, they, them, he, her, whatever, require maybe to hear certain sounds, maybe to smell certain scents. I don't want to go deep in this video. I don't want to go, but I can't wait for the next retreat because we're going to do 3 a.m. shenanigans because Miss Aurorah is so learned and so studied and have done all these things practically and can give so many testimonies. It's insane. Okay. So I want to get into the Psalm for luck. Now this is from the Secrets of the Psalms. Okay. And according to the Secret of the Psalms, Psalms 4 is the Psalm for luck. Now here's what the author is telling us. If you have been unlucky hitherto, in spite of every effort, then you should pray this psalm 3 times before the rising of the sun with humility and devotion. while at the same time, you should impress upon your mind its ruling holy name. Now, understand what this is. I just said something to you. Okay, so this psalm has a ruling name, has a ruling energy, has a ruling entity. Okay, you should impress upon your mind its ruling holy name, and each time the appropriate prayer, trusting in the help of the mighty Lord, without whose will not the least creature can perish. Proceed in person to extricate your contemplated undertaking, and all things will result to your entire satisfaction. The holy name is called Jehezer. Now, I had to go to Google and figure out how to pronounce this name because it looks like Jeheje, right? But it's Jehezer, meaning he is and will be, and is composed of the 4 letters of the words Tepelanti, verse 2, Selafi, verse 5, Jehovah, verse 5, and Tashawini, verse 9. The prayer is as follows. May it please thee, O Jehezer, to prosper my ways, steps, and doings. Grant that my desire may be amply fulfilled, and let my wishes be satisfied even this day. For the sake of thy great, mighty, and praiseworthy name, Amen, Selah. Now, to answer the question for the young lady, how to apply the appropriate name, this is really telling you that you have got to say this prayer in the name of Jehezer, the same way you would say in the name of Jesus. Now, many people, we already understand the history. Many people who don't understand the history of this particular situation here, I'm not going to go deep, but I'm going to tell you that a majority of individuals they don't believe in just one God because they have an understanding that there are many gods, but one creator. So just as I just read to you, this particular psalm is being governed by Jehezer. Okay? That is what it is meant, that you will apply the appropriate name. You will pray it in the appropriate name. And he tells you where the name comes from. And it means he is and will be. Okay? And then the author goes on to say, if you wish to accomplish an undertaking by or through another, proceed in all things as already stated above, with this exception. You must change the prayer as follows. Let me find grace, favor, and mercy in the eyes of, he says in, which means the other person. And of course, at the time, son of R, meaning whoever his father is, right? So if you need favor with somebody, you're going to name that person and state that he is the son of whomever his father is, okay? Now, now for today, you might not know who the person is, who the group is, who the agency is, okay? You would have to give it whatever name you know, okay? And omit the son of, right? So that he may, or they may, or she may, right? So that he may grant my petition, etc. Again, if you have a cause to bring before high magistrates or princes, you must pray this psalm and the closing prayer arranged for it 7 times in succession before the rising of the sun. Okay, now that is for if you are bringing something before a high magistrate. Basically, if you go into court, you got to go before the judge. You got to go before somebody who has the ability, the authority, and the means to state your fate. You're going to have to say this prayer 7 times in succession before the rising of the sun. Before somebody asks, the closing prayer is Psalm 4, because I know that's going to be the next question. Okay, closing prayer is Psalm 4, and we're going to get into that right now. But I just want to make sure that everybody has a clear understanding, and please leave your comments and questions below the video. Okay, I just want to make sure that you got that Jehezer is the name that is governing. Jeheser is the energy that is governing this prayer. And Psalm 4 reads, "Answer me when I call, O God, who declares me innocent. Take away my distress. Have mercy on me and hear my prayer. How long will you people ruin my reputation? How long will you make these groundless accusations? How long will you pursue lies? You can be sure of this. The Lord has set apart the godly for himself. The Lord will answer when I call to him. Don't sin by letting anger gain control over you. Think about it overnight and remain silent. Offer proper sacrifices and trust in the Lord." Many people say, "Who will show us better times? Let the smile of your face shine on us, Lord. You have given me greater joy than those who have abundant harvest of grain and wine. I will lie down in peace and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, will keep me safe." All right, so before you say Psalm 4, you're going to say the first petition using the name Jeheser. Okay? And again, you too can go to Google and ask for the correct pronunciation of the name, the same way I did. Okay? Jeheser. And you read out what we just read in the Secrets of the Psalms. Then you're going to read Psalm 4. And if this is, like I said, if this is a regular thing that you need luck with, you need some real angelic assistance. You need to be breaking the chains or something here. Okay. You're going to read this just like the way it says 3 times before the sun rises. So you go to your planetary hours online, find the planetary hours, and it will tell you what time the sun is going to rise where you are in your city and state. All right. So you make sure that you are awake. You are ready. Okay. Now, not all of you are going to do what Miss Aurorah does. Like, when Miss Aurorah wakes up, I'm ringing my bell. I'm dancing all around. I'm saying a whole bunch of stuff. I'm doing I'm getting this energy together because I need the day to be full of my highest desires, the things that bring me joy, happiness, the things that really make me feel naturally high in life. I want to be excited about my life. And, the times when you stray from doing all of that, the times when you forget that, you get busy and all that stuff, you'll see that the day is like, what just happened here? Why don't I feel well? You know what I'm saying? Because you forgot your ritual. You forgot what makes you tick, what makes you go, what makes your physical body respond to the goodness. What makes your eyes see only the great. Okay? It's when you stray from that, now everybody can come in and tell you all kind of stuff, ruin your day, ruin your life. Okay? Because that's human nature. That's what life will do when you show signs of weakness. Okay? This is definitely the survival of the fittest. Okay. So that's what Miss Aurorah wants to share in this video. Again, please comment below. Let Miss Aurorah know how this goes. Wake it on up. Say this prayer 3 times before the sun rises. And like it says, if you are in a detrimental situation, like I'm saying, you got to go to court. You got things to do. Be awake. Say this prayer 7 times a day before the sun rises. Now, I know this is going to be another question. How many days should you say it? You're going to say this prayer however many days you desire to say this prayer. However many days you feel as though you need to say this prayer. Because one thing Miss Aurorah knows, and I know all of the secured entrepreneurs know, what's going on in the world. Oh, I'm going to need a whole lot of assistance to carry out the things that I need to have carried out. Seeing as it's very unusual, because I'm not going to use the word hard because it's not, but it's unusual to find other human beings who are actually in agreement with your cause, who actually desire to what's the word I want to use? Come into agreement with your cause. Come into union with your cause. Aid your cause. Okay, like you could be that person who, like I'm that person, and so I'm giving up some of this. Okay, but I'm the person that I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm cheering you on every time I see you out there doing something. I'm supporting you, and many people will tell you that Miss Aurorah has come up on that stuff. I comment, I cheer them on, tell you you're doing a good job. I participate. You know what I'm saying? Like all that, I do all of that. Now, it has come to me recently that, oh no, you're going to stop all of that. If somebody's not returning that energy to you, that's going to be halted, because where you're going, they can't go. And I don't even want them to start thinking that they belong there, because they have not reciprocated. It's not going to happen, right? So it's unusual. So you have to find yourself in communities like this one, the Secured Entrepreneur community, right? With people who understand the law of reciprocity. That's what Miss Aurorah wants to share in today's video. You all know you can find me, Miss Aurorah Dey, at AurorahDayConsulting.com. And if you have not joined us on the main channel, Aurorah Dey, please go over there and make it happen. So I'm going to ask you to like this video, share this video. All right, comment below, subscribe to the channel. All right, and until next time.